Ranger here. Time to have some fun. Well, it's not really fun. You know, the Lucha Ranger has always been a wrestling fan. Ever since he was a little boy, I always watched pro wrestling. When I grew up in LA, we had our own local affiliate of the National Wrestling Alliance, and we had our own local wrestlers. Victor Rivera, Joe, the Golden Greek, John Tolis, Freddie Blassie started with us. We had all these wrestlers. Well, we weren't the only city that had them. What they called territories had their own wrestlers. The Midwest, Atlanta, everywhere. And they would have every territory would have a champion. And then the main champion, which would usually be Ric Flair, would go to each territory and wrestle that champion until they saw fit. Maybe it's time for a change, and then he would get beat, and they'd let that champion go around the territories. Wrestling in those days was tough, was fun, and there was a lot of bleeding. Then the WWE came along. It was just a little area there in the East, but Vince McMahon took it and started building an empire with it. And thanks to the Hulkster, it grew. And as the popularity of pro wrestling, Hulk Hogan is the father of popularity of pro wrestling. He saved it. And what's happened now, we had up in 2001, we got into what was called the Attitude Era. And the Attitude Era was basically a time where you could cuss, you could give people the middle finger, you fought, there was blood. It was great. Talk to anybody that knows about that era, and they will tell you they loved it. But what's happened since? The WWE, always under Vince, had its problems, but he always knew how to keep the audience happy. He always knew how to keep it going. Then all of a sudden, TKO says, okay, we got $7 billion. Let's merge with WWE and kind of take it over. They brought Triple H into the mix, and Vince McMahon had to leave just because of a situation from his past. So what's happened? TKO is ruining pro wrestling. They're ruining the WWE. They have no clue what they're doing, and I'm sure Triple H is a yes man, and I'm sure it's pissing him off too. What WWE needs to do, they need to go back to Vince McMahon. Vince, if you're out there and you got the money, I think the time is right for you to buy WWE back. And they need to find, since this PG shit, it's screwy. You know, screw the kids. They gotta learn young that they're gonna be around bad words their whole life. You can go on the street and a kid, you can have your 12-year-old and he could be the most blessed child in the world. But the next aisle, two teenagers are using every F-bomb they can think of, and he's going, Mommy, Daddy, what does fuck you mean? Well, there you go. Now he's brought into, and you've lost your control. So what the WWE needs to do, they need to just turn around and go back to that Attitude Era. Throw everything out the window. Do you realize you've got to watch like 4 subscriptions to if you want to watch everything in the WWE? Do you know how expensive that can be? Heck, ESPN to watch a PLE costs $29. I mean, if you look at it, the audiences, they're losing crowds, and the audiences, they're having to push everybody forward, and they do the camera angles so everybody doesn't see nobody in the background. SmackDown had 993,000. That's the first time ever that a wrestling event, WWE event, was under 1 million. Do you see the trend? They're trying to stay PG, and people aren't buying it, and they're not going to pay thousands of dollars for tickets to watch nothing. There's no ideas. There's no storylines, and we all know that wrestling is based on storylines. And the writers suck right now. Paul Heyman's outdated. He doesn't know what he's doing anymore. God bless him. He's done a lot for the business, but he just doesn't know. We need fresh blood. The movies are the same way. Look what they do. They remake movies from my generation. I mean, it's crazy. There's no intelligent minds out there. WWE, hire me. I guarantee you, I'll bring back the Attitude. I'll bring back some good crap. And let me tell you, you know, that I can change it, and I could bring a whole, even as it is. The trick is, WWE's dying because they've gotten too conservative. They've got to loosen up. I'm sick of what I see nowadays. You've got the stars, you're just misusing them. And I'll tell you, I'm getting sick. I don't even hardly watch Raw anymore. I don't hardly watch. I can't watch SmackDown because I don't have USA. So how many other people can't watch SmackDown because of that? Or they can't watch Raw because they don't have Netflix. See where I'm going? TKO is ruining WWE. TKO, let it go. Stay with UFC. Let WWE go. Bring it to somebody that knows what the hell they're doing, because you certainly don't know, have no clue on how to do pro wrestling. So let the experts do it, and you stick to what you know. Lucha Ranger saying, stay true, stay financially healthy, mind your business.